Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong and welcome to Pointless, the show that rewards obscure answers rather than the obvious ones. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hello, I'm Jean. This is my husband, Bill, and we come from just outside of Preston, although not originally, as you may have guessed by the accent.
Couple number two.
Hello, my name's Anne. This is my husband, Chris, and we come from Surrey.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Sally. This is my husband, Ian, and we're from Leeds.
And finally, couple number four.
Alexander, my name's Ian. I still live in Edinburgh. This is Akin, who still lives in North London, and we work together.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much indeed, all of you. A very, very warm welcome to Pointless. It's lovely to have you here. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. He's a golf-loving DJ who is a fair way from the usual clubs he frequents. Here to drive home some facts. You'll be green with envy at his waggle. I just hope he doesn't have any bogeys. It is my Pointless friend. It is Trevor Nelson.
That is... Thank you.
That was one too many, I think.
That was never one too many. You ask anybody who likes golf, easiest people to buy Christmas presents for.
True.
Easiest people to humour with golf anecdotes.
Yeah.
And just we're so easygoing. Just let us golf.
Yeah.
And we're happy.
Lovely to have you back.
It's always great to be back. I've enjoyed every single show I've done here.
Yeah, we're just so capable.
I'm actually surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly thought it'd be purgatory, but there we are. No, it's actually quite enjoyable.
Yeah, it's
passes
been
the time, doesn't it?
It's been great, honestly.
Yeah. Well, no, it's been lovely having you here. Anyway, listen, Esther and Yanat got through to the final last time, and they did not win the jackpot. They came incredibly close. It means we add another £1,000 to that, so today's jackpot starts off at £4,000. That's a decent jackpot. If everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. At the end of each round, as is customary, we will be eliminating the pair with the highest score. So you know what you have to do. It's called Pointless. Aim for the lowest possible score you can. Best of luck to everybody. Our first category today is words and music. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium.
I don't know, we'll try.
OK, and the question concerns synonyms of music genre.
It's a sexy word.
Isn't
genre,
it?
yes.
Genre.
On each board, we're going to show you 7 sets of words or terms that are all synonyms of a word that can also mean a style of music. To help, we'll also give you the initial letter of each genre. So please work out what these musical genres are.
Thank you very much indeed. Can you identify these music genres? There they come. Board of 7 clues. Stone, boulder, cliff, tor are 4. People, individuals, residents, citizenry, F, 4. Lock up, carport, service station, petrol station, G, 6. Hit, strike, knock, crack, R, 3. Nation, state, land, realm, C, 7. Stench, stink, reek, mustiness, F, 4. And spirit, essence, psyche, life, S, 4. Now then, Jean. Jean, welcome to Pointless.
Thank
Great
you.
to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Jean.
I'm retired, very happily retired, I have to say. I was born and brought up in the Scottish Highlands, moved to Paisley to work, met Bill, and then we moved down to Preston.
Can I ask what you were doing before you retired?
I worked on IT for the DWP.
Right. And hooray, you don't have to do that anymore.
Oh, thank goodness.
Ah, lovely. So what is life like? What are the many flavours of Jean's life now, post-retirement?
Oh, lots of volunteering and looking after grandchildren occasionally and enjoying ourselves.
And
Holidays.
enjoying yourselves. How very lovely. How many grandchildren have you got?
4.
Perfect. Do you want to name them?
Joe, Josh,
Hi. Josh, hi.
Isabel,
Isabel, hi.
and Dylan.
Dylan, hi. There we are, that was efficient. Jean, how are we liking this board of music genre?
The second one, folk.
You were going to go for folk for the second one. Shall we see if that's right? Shall we see how many of our 100 said folk? Folk is right. 29 is what it scores. Very well done.
Can I big up Mark Radcliffe?
I think you must.
He does his folk show on radio too. A very good show, that.
Yeah.
Typically, folk music is learnt orally through hearing it rather than reading it.
Lovely. Thank you very much. Now, Anne, welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Anne.
I'm retired as well. I'm a retired advisory teacher, specialist advisory teacher. And now I do volunteering as well, but I still like working with children, so I do Forest School and I work with school groups.
That's really nice. And do you do Forest School year-round?
Whatever the weather,
Whatever the
unless
weather.
it's a storm.
And do you always go out? Or do you
Yes,
sometimes
no,
just...
it's all outside.
It's all outside?
All outside.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Good for you, Anne. Now then, what would you like to go for?
I'll go for the third one down, garage.
You're going to say garage for the third one down. You see, yeah, this is one of those words. If you say garage, which I'm afraid I do, that's not what it's called. It's not called garage. Garage. Shall we see how many of our 100 said that? Garage is right. 29. Oh, 57, Anne. I'm sorry, that's a very high score.
This is where it gets controversial,
Yeah.
because I would say garage here. Garage music is thought to be named after New York's Paradise Garage nightclub and originated in the late 80s. The variant UK garage emerged in the mid-90s.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Sally, welcome back. Tell us more about yourself, Sally.
So I'm not the sportiest of person, but in later life, I have got into running.
Good.
I've done a few half marathons.
Have you?
And one marathon. One and only one.
Will
No
you
more.
do any more? No, no more.
No.
But
I lost the
half marathon's
toenails
okay.
and everything.
Did you?
Yeah. One and
Yes.
only. But it was in Paris, so I did get to do
Nice
it in a
place
nice
to
place.
lose, you know, lose your heart and your toenails in Paris. Perfect.
Absolutely.
Excellent. But well done with the half marathons.
Thank you.
Good. And the toenails back yet?
Yeah, they've grown back.
That's
Yeah.
good. Sally, what are you going to go for?
So I'm going to go for spirit, essence, psyche, life, and say soul.
Soul, says Sally. Should we see if that's right? How many of our 100 said soul? Soul is right. And down it goes, lower than garage. Extraordinary. 31 for soul.
Yep, soul music, of course, dear to my heart. Ray Charles, who combined a number of genres, including jazz, rhythm and blues, is known as the father of soul music. Sam Cooke is nicknamed the king of soul. Solomon Burke, the bishop of soul.
Nice.
And James Brown, the godfather of soul.
Godfather. So not a blood relation, but a close friend of the family. Is essentially it.
Basically,
yeah.
yeah,
There we are.
yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Ian F., welcome back. Show 3 for you and Akin. Tell us a little bit more about yourself, Ian, living up in Edinburgh.
As we go through life, we tend to get bitten by different things, dogs, cats, insects. I've also managed to get bitten by a chimpanzee.
Explain, Ian.
My uncle Percy used to be the catering manager at Edinburgh Zoo, and he had an apartment that was within the zoo grounds. So every school holidays, I was packed off to live with Uncle Percy
Wow.
in Edinburgh Zoo. And they had no concept of health and safety.
No, not then.
They used to take the chimpanzees out for a walk on a lead before the public were admitted to the zoo. But I was already there, and I happened to come across Judy, the chimpanzee, and she lurched, and I put my arm out, and she bit my finger off.
Off.
Well, it was hanging.
Yeah.
I've still got the scar.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
Golly, what a life of extremes you've led, Ian. Every one of your anecdotes is really quite close to the knuckle, in that case, quite literally. But yes, wow, heavens above. But listen, you're the last person to have this board. Do you feel like talking us through it?
I'll try. The top one's rock. For the life of me, I cannot figure out what hit and strike is, even though it's 3 letters. Nation state, that's my favourite genre, that's country. But I'm going to go for the F word. I believe that's funk.
Funk, says Ian. Let's see how many of our 100 said funk. I think this is going to be good. $14 for funk. Very well done indeed. Lowest score so far.
Good score there, Ian. Funk originated in the mid-60s, is known for its strong emphasis on rhythm and groove, especially with its bass lines. Key funk bands include Parliament Funkadelic, who had iconic funk bassist, the wonderful Bootsy Collins. So well done. How are you on musical genre?
I can fill in the rest of these genres.
I like it. Should we go for it?
Yeah, well, we've done rock at the top.
Yeah.
There it is.
Rock will have scored you 66, of course.
Country there, as Ian's mentioned.
That got 44.
And then rap.
Yeah, rap, which kind of took over the world at one point, especially amongst young people.
Yeah.
32.
There we go. Thank you very much indeed. We are halfway through the round. Let's have a recap of those scores. 14, Ian. Very well done indeed. Best score, not only of the past, but also on that board. And we travel up from there to 29, where we find Jean and Bill. From there to 31, where we find Sally and Ian. And then up to 57, where we find Anne and Chris. Chris, we'll need a lower score from you on the next pass. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 7 more clues to synonyms of music genre up on the board, and here they are. We have delinquent, rebel, offender, miscreant, P4. Home, residence, dwelling, building, H5. Name, call, term, style, D3. Mechanised, manufactured, synthetic, fabricated, I10. Soft drink, carbonated beverage, soda, fizzy drink, P3, daydream, reverie, daze, stupor, T6, and dirt, filth, soot, muck, G5. Now then, Akin, welcome back. Good to have you with us again. Tell us a bit more about yourself, Akin.
As I told you previously, I've written a couple of books on Cyprus, which was where my family's from. And the research I did, it was my father's village. So I had to research going back 2,000 years. So there were occupants of the village going back that far. So my book, starts from then and works its way through history.
Works its way forward. So it comes up to the modern day, does it? Oh, that's brilliant. You said it was a historical...
Yeah, historical fiction. Some fact, some fiction.
Yeah, a little bit of saga in there, I imagine, as well.
Exactly.
Akin, you're on 14. Brilliant low score there. 42 or less gets you into round 2. What are you going to go for?
So I've got a safe one and I've got one that could be a bit risky. I'm going to go for the second one and go house.
House. Was that your safe one?
Yes.
Safe as houses. Right, OK, here is your red line. Can we get you below this with house? House is right. Ooh, it's a big one there. 63, taking a total up to 77.
Hugely popular, though.
Yeah.
I mean, really, everyone's danced to a house tune at least once in their lifetime.
Yeah.
House music, named after Chicago's The Warehouse nightclub, became popular in the early to mid-80s. Frankie Knuckles is known as the godfather of house and was pivotal in its development.
There we are. Now then, Ian. Ian W., to give you your full name.
Thank you very much.
Tell us more about yourself, Ian.
There's a whole repertoire of stories I've got, a lifetime. So my one that I'm going to tell you, I actually was Basildon's beautiful baby, 1964.
Well, there we are. And look,
And
you
it's a
see?
true story.
Yes, but that's wonderful. Ah, so what, there was a lovely soft focus photograph of you that appeared in the Basildon Gazette.
There's a lot of people who've come up with theories. No, I wasn't the only child. No, it wasn't a bad year. And I used to have hair.
I'm looking at you now, angelic, cherubic. I can see this is
Thank you.
exactly what you would have been, my goodness. And in some ways still are. There we are.
In some ways.
Yeah, brilliant. 31 is your score at the moment, Ian. If you can score 45 or less in this round, you are through to round 2. What do we think?
To be honest, I am struggling a little bit, but I'm going to go for a delinquent, rebel, offender or miscreant, punk.
Punk, says Ian. Shall we see? Here is your red line. Shall we see if we can get you below this red line with punk? It's right, Ian. Down it goes. You've done it. Very well done. Down it goes to 35, taking your total up to 66. So you've got 77 and 66.
Did you know the word punk was used by Shakespeare in All's Well That Ends Well? So maybe he was the original.
Maybe he was the
You never
original
know.
punk. He knew what it was.
He originated a lot of things.
Yeah, certainly did. Yeah, thank you very much. Indeed. Now, Chris, welcome to Pointless.
Hello.
Terrific to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
So I'm Chris. I started a design and event production company 25 years ago, and I sold it and I've retired now. And in my retirement, I now keep bees.
That's a lovely thing to do. How long have you done that for?
I've done it for about 3 years now. I have to say they're quite tricky little
So-and-so. But, yes, the rewards are very obvious, very
Yes, well,
sweet.
we had 60 pounds of honey this year
Goodness.
from 3 hives, so...
That's amazing. And is your local bee population remaining constant?
I think so, yeah. I mean, one of the hives I have was actually from a swarm that I'd managed to collect myself. So.
Yeah. We were having lunch with some friends once when a swarm gathered. We were just eating under this tree. The skies literally darkened. And it was just this vast swarm. And they just gathered like this sort of piece of massive fruit on a branch.
They're just looking for a new home. That's all it is.
So our friends put it up immediately on the village pin board, and someone came around about 20 minutes later and said, there we are. And
put them in a box.
Housed them. Very exciting. Anyway, now, there you are. 57's your score. 19 or less gets you into round 2.
I think I'm going to take a little bit of a chance here. I'm going to go for the fourth one down and say industrial.
I was working that one out. That's exactly what I came up with. Let's see if we're right. Industrial. That's right. Very well done indeed, Chris. There's your red line. Do we get you below that? Yes, we do with industrial. Down it goes to 9, which is not only a brilliant score and taking you up to 66, it's also our lowest score so far, so very well done.
Yeah, really well done. Usually characterised by abrasive vocals and relentless beats, one of the best-known industrial bands is 9 Inch Nails. Their lead singer, Trent Reznor, has gone on to write film scores and won Oscars for his work on The Social Network and Disney Pixar animation Soul.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Bill, welcome to Pointless. It's terrific to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Bill.
Well, Jean and I met over 50 years ago now. One Monday morning at work, I took the boss's mail in and introduced us and said, you will look after her, won't you? And I said, being a gentleman, I said, of course I will. But I didn't realise what he meant for the next 50 years.
I mean, if you weren't a gentleman, what would you have said, Bill? Oh, my goodness. So, yes, I mean, how long after that introduction was it before you stepped out together?
Only months.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Very good.
She made up her mind quite quickly.
Oh, very nice. But then here you are, years and years later.
Yes.
Lovely. Now then, Bill, this board is all yours.
Yes.
There you are. You're on 29. 47 or less gets you into round 2. What would you like to go
The second last one, trance.
Trance. Second last one. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Here's your red line, Bill. Trance is right. And it gets you through. Very well done indeed. 26, taking your total up to 55.
Trance originally developed in the techno clubs of Germany, particularly Frankfurt. The 1999 track, 9 p.m. Till I Come, by ATB is thought to be the first trance song to top the UK singles chart. Are you familiar with that song?
No.
I thought not.
I'm quite pleased I got that.
Well done. Should we go through the boards then, and this will be fun?
Yes.
Do you want to go from bottom up?
Yes, Grime at the bottom.
Yeah, well done, Grime. Would score you 31.
The next one, Pop.
Second highest score, 59 for Pop. But what is the third one?
Name. Dub.
Yes, yes.
Dub.
Name, call, term, style. Dub, 2. Best answer on the board.
Lovely. Thank you very much indeed. Well, that brings us to the end of our first round. It means we have to say goodbye to our first... Oh, no, Ian and Akin. This is the end of the road for you. We've just got so used to you become like part of the furniture. I'm so sorry that this is where we say goodbye, but thank you so much for playing. You've been brilliant. Akin and Ian. Our highest scorers. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it is now time for round 2. Very, very well done indeed, everybody. Some terrific work in that first round. I have to hand out plaudits here. Our lowest individual scorer was you, Chris. Very well done indeed, low score of 9. And our lowest combined scorers were Bill and Jean. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 today is the animal kingdom. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. And the question concerns monogamous animals. Trevor.
We're going to show you 2 picture boards, each one showing 9 animals that have been described as monogamous, so having only one mate for a breeding season or even for life. You'll also see the first and last letters in each word of their names. Please give us the names of these animals.
Thank you very much indeed. So we're going to put an image up, 9 pictures on this for the first pass, and here it comes. We have MT, SKLD, MKPT, AS, HLTE, ENBR, CE, BNOL, and CNMT. There we are. Bill, what are you thinking of going for here?
We'll go for the one at the bottom, barn owl.
Barn owl. In the middle of the bottom, let's see how many of our 100 said barn owl. Barn owl, absolutely right. That goes down to 46.
Yeah, barn owls usually stay together until one of them dies. However, like many monogamous bird species, they can part ways and divorce if breeding is unsuccessful.
Thank you. Anne.
Hello. I will go for bottom one as well, coyote.
Coyote. Should we see how many of our 100 said that? Absolutely right, coyote. 46, the only score we have, and you pass it. Down we go to 21 with coyote. Well done.
The score. Studies have shown that coyotes are faithful to their partners and often stay together for life. Also, male coyotes play an active role in raising pups, bringing food and protecting them from predators.
Thank you very much indeed, Trevor. Now then, Ian. You're the last person, by the way, to have this board. You don't feel like filling in all the blanks for us, do you?
I can do some. Top left is meerkat. There's a lizard, but I don't know what sort of lizard. Then is the birds are probably monk parakeet, I would guess. Albatross, and then a Ceylon parakeet, possibly. So I'm going to go for one I do know, and that's albatross, please.
OK, albatross. Should we see how many of our 100 said albatross? Albatross is absolutely right. 46 our high score, 21 our low. You passed the high score. You passed the low, down to 15. Very well done indeed, Ian.
Great work, Ian, great work. Albatrosses can live up to 70 years. They spend most of the time flying above the ocean before returning to the same mate to raise one chick. However, if the egg doesn't hatch or the chick does not survive, the female may leave and find a new breeding partner. Harsh.
No, well, it's showbiz. Look at our meerkats at the top there.
37, that would have scored you.
So, look, we've got these lizards. They haven't got much of a tail. I mean, I'm trying to make anything out of that S.
That's a shingleback lizard.
OK.
Would have been a pointless answer if you could have got that.
They-
Ian,
yes.
call this one.
Monk. Was he right?
Monk parakeet would have scored you 1.
Turtle, absolutely right. I mean...
Hawksbill.
Hawksbill
turtle. Would have been a pointless answer there. That brilliant answer if you could have got that. This one's even more difficult.
European? It's not a country, is it? Ethiopian, is it?
No, but it's part country when you think about it. It's two continents colliding.
OK, Eurasian beaver. There we go.
Yes.
Nice.
2 you would have scored. And the final one?
I think it might be marmoset.
It is a marmoset. It's actually a common marmoset.
It's common marmoset.
And that would have scored 1. So there were some low scores available in that round, but we didn't get any of them.
Well, we are halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores before we come back up the line. 15, well done, Ian. Ian and Sally looking very strong. 21's where we find Anne and Chris. And then 46 is where we find Bill and Jean. Jean, let's see what you can do. Good luck. A nice low score could turn everything around. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, here come 9 more pictures on the board. Can you identify these monogamous animals? And we have ACFX, BKVE, PYSE, MIPN, DKDK, PN, AH, MESN, and WEHDGN. There we are. Now, Sally, on 15, 30 or less gets you into the head-to-head.
I'm going to go macaroni penguin.
Macaroni penguin. Do you know that? Or is it a guess?
It's a guess, but...
Put a feather in your cap and call him macaroni. Wouldn't that be brilliant? I really hope so. Here is your red line. Can we get you below that red line with macaroni penguin? It is macaroni penguin. Superb. Very well done indeed. Through you go, and that scores 1. That is just brilliant, taking your total up to 16.
When attracting a mate, macaroni penguins perform what's called an ecstatic display, swinging their heads from side to side and making various noises.
Wow.
Typical mating, sort of.
Thank
Great
you.
answer.
Chris, you're on 21. 24 or less gets you through.
I'm going to go for Dick.
Dick. OK, let's see if that's right. Here is your red line. Dick. It's right. And you're in the head-to-head. Very well done indeed. 10 for Dick Dick, taking your total up to 31.
Dick Dicks live in pairs rather than in herds, and this has been suggested as a possible reason for their monogamy. They are very shy animals as well.
Oh, there we are. Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Jean, I'm so sorry you are our high scorers.
Oh, well.
Yeah, barn owl, I'm afraid, did it for you.
It did.
Would you like to talk us through the board?
Not all of them. Arctic fox, I'm guessing that's a black vulture, pelican, mute swan, and I'll just go for mute swan because I can't guess the others.
Mute swan. Should we see? No red line for you as you are the high scorers. Should we see how far down the column we get with mute swan? Mute swan is right. Not bad. 8 for mute swan. Surprising. Taking your total up to 54.
Yeah, good score, Jim. Mute swans can be aggressive in protecting their mates and their territory. Mute swans will go through a period of mourning after their mate dies. Should we clear up this board?
Yes, let's do that.
I think some of these have been mentioned. Arctic fox. I mean, that's the easy one, right?
Yeah.
Again, beautiful. 39.
Black vulture.
Yes.
I'm going to say not so beautiful.
20, that scores you.
I mean, these are seahorses.
Come on, you've got it. Imagine if they were in Papua New Guinea and they were really small and they were in the sea.
Piddly. They're...
Someone help him.
Pygmy.
Pygmy.
Pygmy seahorse.
Oh, not piddly seahorses.
No.
Wait,
You
there we
scored
go.
1 for that.
These are puffins.
Yeah, not pelicans or penguins. That's 36 you would have got for that. And, do you know...
I mean, maybe that H is fish.
Yes, it is.
So it's angelfish.
16, that would have got you.
And
this last one
has to be a white-head gibbon.
Nearly.
No, white.
It's a gibbon and it is white. What's the
White.
middle word?
Face is white. No, white.
No,
Haloed. Haloed.
No, say what you see. Say what you see.
Handed.
There you go.
Oh.
That was a pointless answer as well.
White-handed.
White-handed
Amazing.
gibbon.
Thank you very much. Well, that brings us to the end of our second round. It means we have to say goodbye to another pair. Oh, Bill and Jean. I'm sorry, this is where we say goodbye to you. You'll be back next time. We'll look forward to seeing you then. Thank you very much for playing Bill and Jean. For the remaining 2 pairs, though, now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Ian and Sally, Chris and Anne. You are now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £4,000. But we now have a chance to see if we can put some more money into that jackpot by finding a couple of pointless answers. So here goes, for fun. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Asian languages as they could.
Trevor. Yeah. You're going to see 6 options. 4 are languages spoken in Asia. 2 are scoring, 2 are pointless, and 2 are not Asian languages at all. £250 in the jackpot for each pointless answer. Good luck.
Thank you very much indeed. So can you find the 2 pointless Asian languages from these 6? And we have Ainu, Dzongkha, Hanzi, Kannada, Malay, and Tone. There we are. Does anybody know anything?
Malay, I think, is definitely a language. Hanzi, we think is, possibly.
I wouldn't think.
Ian and Sally, would you like to nominate one?
We'll go for the bottom one.
You are going to
Tony.
go for Tone. Tone.
Oh, sorry, Tone.
Or Tone to his friends. Yeah. Should we find out if Tone is a pointless Asian language? No. No. So, Chris and Anne, what are you going to nominate?
Try Hansi or the Dzongkha.
Should we go for Dzongkha? Should we see if Dzongkha is a pointless Asian language? Dzongkha. It's an Asian language. One person. One person knew Dzongkha.
That's unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. Yeah. Dzongkha is the national language of Bhutan. Ainu was a pointless answer. That's spoken in parts of Japan. Going down the board, Hanzi, not an Asian language. Hanzi's named for Chinese written characters. And Kannada is spoken in southwestern India and was also a pointless answer. And Malay, well, it's the official language of Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore. And 7 of our 100 said that. Not an Asian language. Many languages in East and Southeast Asia use different pitch for different meanings, and these are called tone languages.
Thank you. Well, bad luck we didn't find any pointless answers, but haven't we learned a lot? Right, let's play the head-to-head. Now, the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot, and you are now allowed to confer before you give your answers. Best of luck to both pairs. Here is our first question, and it's all about bare feet. Trevor.
We are going to give you 5 clues to things involving bare feet. Please give us the answers.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 barefoot clues, and here they come. Member of the Beatles, shown walking barefoot on the cover of their album Abbey Road. Animated series set in the Stone Age town of Bedrock, where the main character drives his car using his bare feet. East African country represented by Abebe Bikila, who won a gold medal running the marathon barefoot at the 1960 Olympics in Rome. Hollywood screen icon who starred as Maria in the 1954 film The Barefoot Contessa. And 1967 Eurovision Song Contest winner who performed Puppet on a String, barefoot. There we are. Ian and Sally, you get to go first.
OK, we're going to go a bit of a guess, but the East African country as Ethiopia?
Ethiopia. Ethiopia for the Abebe Bikila country. Now then, Chris and Anne, do you feel like talking us through that board?
Yeah, the top one is Paul McCartney. The second one is Flintstones. And the bottom one is Sandy Shore. Let's say Kenya for the East African country.
OK, you're going to go Kenya. So one of you is right. You can't both be right. Ethiopia and Kenya. Ian and Sally have gone Ethiopia for the barefoot athlete. Let's see how many of our 100 said Ethiopia. Ah, Ethiopia is the right one. And it takes you down to 12. Very well done indeed, which means, obviously, Kenya is not correct. There we are. Very good indeed. Well done, Ian and Sally. After one question, you are up 1-0.
Yeah, should we go through this? You mentioned Paul McCartney already, and it was Paul McCartney. Answer 1, 14 points.
Flintstones.
Flintstones, obviously, yes. 55 points for Flintstones.
Sandy Shore at the bottom.
Sandy Shore singing Puppet on a String, barefoot, 37. That was quite a high score, but this is the key one. This is the only one that would have beaten Ethiopia. Hollywood screen icon, Ava Gardner. Score you 1.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed, Trevor. OK, now here comes your second question, Chris and Anne. You get to answer it first, but you've got to win this one to stay in the game, so best of luck. Our second question is all about pairs of people with similar names and identical surnames, Trevor.
Yeah, we're going to show you pictures of 5 pairs of people whose first names, by which they are commonly known, share the same initial and who also share the same surname. We'd like you to give us the surname of the pair.
Thank you very much. So we want the shared surname for each of these pairs of people. Here is our board of pairs. We have A, B, C, D, and E. There we are. Now, Chris and Dan will go first.
D, Wilson.
OK, Wilson for D. Now then, Ian and Sally. Do you want to talk us through that board?
I know the first one's Emma. Is it Emma Watson? Yeah. I think that might be Ingrid Bergman.
Bergman, yep.
Liz Truss and Kelly Brook.
Oh, yeah, Kelly Brook.
Should we try Ingrid Bergman?
You're going to go Bergman for B.
Yeah.
So we have Wilson versus Bergman. Chris and Anne went for Wilson. Shall we see how many of our 100 people said Wilson for D? Wilson is right. $14 for Wilson. Meanwhile, Ian and Sally have gone for Bergman. Should we see how many of our 100 said Bergman for B? It is Bergman. Now, 14 is what it has to beat, and it does! 12, very well done indeed, Ingrid and Ingmar there. Very well done. Ian and Sally, that means after only 2 questions, you are straight through to the final 2-0.
Impressive, because you knew the whole board and you picked the one with the lowest score. Do you want to go through it?
So
A.
we have Emily and Emma Watson.
Yeah. 46, that would have scored you.
Then we have Lynn Truss and Liz Truss.
Yeah. Undoubtedly the highest score on the board with 58 points. This was the one that I thought they may have gone for instead, but they resisted.
The Brooks.
It's the Brooks, and it's Kel and Kelly. Kel the boxer and Kelly.
Kelly
Brooks.
Brooks.
22, that would have scored you, so really well played.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. That means the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, Chris and Anne. Well, it's only your first show, so really not a bad showing at all. We'll see you next time and expect you to take it much, much further. But thank you so much for playing today, Chris and Anne. For Ian and Sally, it's now time for the Pointless Final. Congratulations, Ian and Sally. You have fought off all our competition and you have won our coveted Pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win the Pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £4,000. Well, as ever, it's just a pointless answer between you and £4,000. What would you like to see come up in this last round?
Geography?
Geography,
We're not
history,
bad on geography.
yeah.
Geography. Good. Well, as always, 4 things will appear on the board behind me. You just have to hope there's something up here that you quite like the look of. And today's little quartet is Secretaries of State for Scotland and Wales, Acting Robins, Art and Literature Prizes, World's Strongest Man and Woman.
Maybe Acting Robins?
Be Robin Williams. I can't think of Robin Williams films. So Robins
That's
isn't
up
one
to
of
you.
them.
State Secretary for Scotland and Wales?
I would not a single one. So it's got to be Robins by default.
Yeah,
It's got to be Robins by default.
OK, Acting Robins by default.
We are looking for the title of any feature film that has been released in a cinema or on a streaming platform for which either of these actors has received an acting credit, according to IMDb. Robin Wright or Robin Williams, as you suspected, will not accept any uncredited performances, TV, movie, straight-to-video releases or short films, but voice performances do count. This is as of July 2024. Best of luck to you in the studio and those of you playing at home.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. If you can find 3 pointless answers, we will throw in a £500 bonus. Are you ready?
Yep.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Robin Williams is the only one.
Hook.
Hook.
Good Morning Vietnam?
Yeah.
Mrs. Doubtfire. Robin Wright, wasn't she in the one...
It's a she.
Yeah,
Right,
with
yeah.
Harrison Ford, the one where he's in the future. That you really like, that they did the director's cut of.
You mean Blade Runner?
I think she
What, the first one or the second one?
The first one. I think she was the woman
Was she?
in it. I think, maybe, if it's the one I'm thinking of. I'm not sure.
Oh, go for it.
What else? Robin Williams been in?
When are you in school?
Yeah.
Don't look at the clock.
No, I'm not looking. I can't think what he was in. The one with Matt Damon and... I can't
10
think.
seconds
Can't
left.
think.
Who else was in it? Because
I actually can't think. We'll just have to go with those that we've already said.
OK.
OK, there we are. Your time is up. Sounds like you have 3 answers.
Got 3
anyway.
answers. I don't think they're going to be pointless, but...
What can you give me?
So if we go Hook
Hook.
for Robin Williams and Blade Runner for
Blade
Robin
Runner for
Wright.
Robin
Not
Wright.
sure on that one. And Good Morning Vietnam.
And Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah.
Of those 3, which do you think is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Blade Runner, if
OK,
it's,
Blade
if it's
Runner
right.
we'll put last. Least likely to be pointless.
Good Morning Vietnam.
Good Morning Vietnam and then Hook in the middle.
Yeah.
OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have Good Morning Vietnam, we have Hook, and we have Blade Runner. Well, if one of these turns out to be pointless, and you never know, sometimes they can, you'll be leaving here with £4,000. What would you like to do with that?
We do like a holiday, a city break.
Well, that'd be nice.
And, or I would really like to see the Northern Lights, so maybe a little trip up to somewhere in
trip
Scandinavia
up, maybe
to
into
see
Norway
the
or
Northern
somewhere.
Lights.
Wouldn't that be
yeah,
amazing?
Yeah, it would be lovely.
Lovely. Ian, anything you want to add to that?
I'd like to go on a football trip with my friends and football, beer, curry with the lads, and whatever's left, I'll waste on a holiday with Sally.
I mean, really, honestly.
That's a joke. That's a joke, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. One that's committed to film, though. That's right. Good Morning Vietnam is your first answer. In the first two cases, we're looking for Robin Williams films. You've gone for Good Morning Vietnam as your first choice. How many of our 100 people said that? Might it be pointless? Is right. It is right, and down it goes. If it goes all the way down to 0, you will be leaving here with £4,000. Down, oh, 21 for Good Morning Vietnam. OK. But that's good, just to test the range. Good. We can now move on to a slightly more serious contender for pointless. Hook. Should we see how many of our 100 people said that? Hook for £4,000. Might that be pointless? Well, Good Morning Vietnam took us down to 21. Hook now taking us down through the 40s and 30s. If this is pointless, £4,000 is yours. Into single figures with Hook down to 7. Not bad. Not pointless, though. No. So we now turn to the stab in the dark, which was, for Robin Wright, you're saying Blade Runner. Some at the back of your mind, that is standing out. Should we find out? Blade Runner, Robin Wright. Might she be pointless? Bad luck. Bad luck. Well, it was a valiant attempt, and yes, you went in not brimming with confidence, it must be said.
No.
But there we are. Yes, you haven't won the jackpot today, but you have won, and deservedly, our pointless trophies. So very, very well done for that.
Robin Wright wasn't in the original Blade Runner, but she was in the sequel.
2049?
Yes, 2049, but that scored 1, so you wouldn't have won the money anyway. Right. Let's have a look at some of the pointless answers starring Robin Wright films. Beowulf. The version that had Ray Winston as Beowulf, Moneyball, The Singing Detective, Wonder Woman 1984. In fact, every film was pointless apart from the following, which all scored points. Forrest Gump, The Princess Bride, Wonder Woman, Denial of Door, Blade Runner 2049, Damsel, Hollywood Vice Squad, Hound Dog, Land, and Loved and Unbreakable. Moving on to Robin Williams films, here are some of the pointless answers you could have had. Bicentennial Man, Jack, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. Night at the Museum 2. Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb was also pointless. The Fisher King. Again, there were lots of pointless answers. Here are some more big films that were pointless. AI, Artificial Intelligence, Deconstructing Harry, Happy Feet 2, Robots, The Adventures of Baron Munchausen, and The Bird Cage as well. Very well done at home if you got any of those pointless answers.
Thank you very much indeed, Trevor, and thank you so much, Ian and Sally. I'm sorry you didn't win our jackpot today. That will therefore roll over onto the next show, when we will be playing for £5,000. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Trevor, and it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.